It's moments like these that makes me appreciate that I'm a 90s kid, okay? Like the video if you think there are 2 genders. Dislike the video if you think there are 5,000. Like for 2, dislike for 5,000. Let me see where you guys at. Shout out to Alaudi. Wait for it, roll it.
Men do not menstruate. Only women menstruate. Now you can call yourself whatever you want.
Cis men don't menstruate, but trans men do menstruate.
No,
Same
they
as
don't.
non-binary people.
Only women.
Menstruating is not exclusive to cis women. No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
So explain to me as to why my body menstruated at some
If your
point,
chromosomes are XX and you're young, you menstruate. If you're XY, you don't.
Correct, but what about trans men and non-binary? We're
not
excluding
men.
a whole group of people.
They're women
that
dressed
menstruate.
as men.
Well, what's a man to you? You define a man for me.
You have chromosomes that are X and Y. That's what a man is.
So why are we just looking at the science of this as an example?
Science.
The
when
science,
we've
biology.
learned sex and gender identity are they're completely different things.
They're not completely
They're
different.
not. They're not.
completely
They're
different.
not.
Completely different words.
Sex is what you're born with, the sexual reproductive organs you have. Gender is what you identify with. They're completely
Well, I don't
different
accept that
things.
distinction. You have to argue for it. You're just giving a conclusion. You're just making it up.
Men don't
Damn.
menstruate. That is a fact and a reality. How come?
Like, what? What? Man. Where you guys are at with it? Do you think men menstruate? Or do you think, no, men don't? Men don't. I wanna know where you at.
Family, she said they could, and what a shut up call she got. Respect to the professor.
Ich bin
Shout out to the
Feder.
professor.
Ich bin eigentlich 17 Jahre alt, aber ich bin auch nebenbei ein Fuchs und in dem bin ich momentan 4 Monate alt.
Ich bin Zoll, ich bin 19 Jahre alt und meine Pronomen sind they, she.
So, ich bin Milo. Ich gehe mit allen Pronomen.
Milo, I am strong, I'm independent. This gen is cooked. I go by all pronouns. Holy crap, man. Something is happening in the school system, in the education system. There is no other way. This did not happen when I was in school. I'm 28, by the way. For example, if I was born 10 years too late, maybe I could have been like this too, guys. Holy crap. Think about this for a second, right? Let me know how old are you guys in the comment section. So this is our trend. Imagine, could you imagine? I'm 28, right? But if I was 18 right now, if I was born 10 years too late, you never know. I could have ended up like that too. Holy crap. Yo, sometimes, man, you gotta start counting your blessings, guys. Sometimes, man, shit, man, I'm grateful, bro. I'm grateful as F right now, bro. Holy man.
Und ich bin 13 Jahre alt.
Ja, ich bin da Felix, das Alpha von einem Rudel und bin 1,5 Jahre Papi.
Ich habe 5.
Tranquilo, papi. Tranquilo. What? She said she's 13? Oh my goodness. They got her brainwashed.
Namen als ich benutze Gabriel, Luca, Bug, Mats und Fall.
Go Queen.
Ich bin Sydney.
Jennifer Lawrence made the news when she demanded equal pay for women in Hollywood, and she received, overwhelming support. There were marches on the street with nurses and factory workers saying, how the hell can a 25-year-old live on 52 million? This is...
Man, he roasts everybody in the room and gets applauded by them. Ricky is a fucking savage.
Would any of you date a trans person?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
I feel like if I say no, I'm gonna get a lot of backlash.
Well,
but I think my
She's self-aware, not so much. What? Nah, you're not gonna get backlash. Nah, sweetie, you're not gonna get backlash. Like, saying the right thing is the right thing, man.
Oh,
personal preference, I would say no.
Okay, that's fine.
No. No. Hell.
You know, it's quite telling. Once one chick says yes, and then if one chick says no, no. It's like, so half of the panel is like no, half, I would say less than half is yes.
Well, you're married. Me personally, I would not.
Yeah.
My question
Oh my
to
God.
you guys is, would any of you object to a man not wanting to date a transgender woman?
I think everybody has their own personal preferences, and if there's
Okay.
one thing you're allowed to be super picky on, it's who you date. Like, you know, I think that's the only thing that you can 100% have free reign on.
Okay.
You can date who you decide.
Okay, at least I gotta give it to her. Okay. Yeah, okay, we're having like a mutual understanding right there. Temporary truce, perhaps, maybe is what you might want to call this, but we're okay. We're getting somewhere.
I would completely agree with her. Like we talked about before, I think that everyone should have boundaries, you know, and as long as that person's upfront and honest and they can have like a adult conversation that isn't rooted in hatred, I don't think there's anything wrong with preferring somebody that isn't trans.
Okay. I have a question. So, and this has been like a thing that's gone viral on this podcast before, and it always seems to spark quite a debate. So, would you consider it to be gay for a man to date a trans woman?
Yes.
For a man to date, no, personally.
Would you categorize him as straight?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Because what is it? Oh, sorry.
This is
Here,
like,
Azalea.
technical.
I mean,
If you don't,
it's not technical stuff. It's biological stuff. It's not technical, or technically, it's technical. Because you're altering your stuff, right? You're changing. You're giving up on your gender. You're changing your gender like you were in a Call of Duty lobby where you would be able to switch sides, right? So, like, yeah, suckers are switching their gender like they were in a Call of Duty lobby.
If you want to answer, that's fine. Go ahead. If you don't want to answer, that's fine. Go ahead.
I'm with Pixie. I don't think that makes them gay at all.
I am with Pixie.
SE.
I have no clue.
Prefer not to answer.
Man, honestly, this shit gives me the chills because
I don't blame her. We already know her answers, so that's why she's like, I'm not gonna say it because, yeah, right. She's smart though. She's definitely smart. She don't want to say it. I respect sister going off.
the fact that we're even having this conversation means that the world is doomed already. And yes,
Facts,
it is gay for a man to date a trans woman. That's just a fact, and we all know that.
I'm not into all the other bullshit. I think.
What other bullshit?
The they and them.
Yeah.
And all that extra shit that we added during the pandemic because everyone was so bored on their fucking houses. They just started to make up more shit and more shit.
More stuff.
Yeah. That's why the conservatives like me because I'm just real.
Yeah, you do have a conservative vibe to you.
You're not they and them. You're trans, you're male, or you're female.
And you're standing on that.
So mad when I say that. How are you a they? What the fuck does that mean? It's stupid is what it is.
Yeah.
But you need someone like me that looks like me to say it because
Facts. And on this one, I got respect, right? I remember seeing this clip a while ago too. So yeah, at least he or she, I don't know, like, you know, I'm not sure if he was a man before or a sister. I don't know if he. Oh, I don't know. I feel like it was a man that joined the sisterhood, right? I guess. Welcome to the sisterhood.
Because if you say it, it turns into you're homophobic, you hate trans people, you hate gays. Yeah. And it's just how you feel. You don't hate anyone. You just think it's stupid.
It is known in the black community that most, not all, but most black people are racist toward white Americans.
You say it's known. What do you mean? Where's your basis for that?
They have been brainwashed over the last 50 years or so to believe that America is a racist society and that white folks are trying to hold them back.
I just want to read you this poster that I have. Because I hear a lot of pro-lifers say that life begins at conception. So my poster reads, life begins when you understand living women matter more than potential babies.
Go Queen!
What is it?
Go Queen!
What do you mean?
What did she just say?
Baby, what is inside of a woman?
It's a fetus.
That's just selfish.
Is it living? How can it grow if it's not living?
It is living.
Actually, that's like saying if an acorn is a tree.
When does the fetus become living?
That's actually a good question, but that line.
Yeah, of course.
Damn, brother out here crying? There was a brother, not crying, but like he was yawning. Brother was yawning there.
Because you don't know it, because it's living.
That's actually a good question, but that line.
Yeah, of course, because you don't know it, because it's living. It's living.
Wow, I know everything. How dare you say I don't know? This is crazy. Nowadays, it's insane. I'll fully admit, bro, I don't know everything, right? What did you say? Nah, yeah, bro, like there are certain things that you know, certain things you don't know. It's a normal thing, right? You learn and grow. But for example, simple fact, right? Even if you were born in America in an English house, you spoke English all your life, and English is the only language that you know, even then you do not know all of the English language. That's like, bro, you don't know everything, and it's normal. That's all right. But it's like the second they hear you don't know, it's like, oh, what did you say? What did you, what? Now we beefing. It's like, yeah, I feel like that the younger generation, today's generation, gets very defensive on that.
How about you let her
You're fundamentally denying science to validate your opinion.
You actively deny science, ma'am.
How am I denying? What science did I deny, Darby?
Darling.
Okay, so let's look at some posters over here. But you don't have to be here.
I need you to tell me what science. You just made an accusation that I denied science. What science did I deny?
That it's a child inside of you. It is a clump of cells when
I'm a clump of cells. What makes me different?
That you were born?
Bruh.
You were born.
So you don't, what you're arguing is that anything that is not born is not valuable of life.
I did not say that.
It's subjective. So when does a child or fetus or clump of cells, whatever you want to call it, when does this clump of cells or fetus become living?
When it can sustain its own life.
But when is the sustainability?
Wow, that's just crazy. When it can't sustain its own life, says the woman child who's living off her parents.
You keep defining abortion as the murder of babies, which biological fact is you would say most abortions are done before they are actually babies. It's still just a fetus. So my question...
Do you know what the word fetus means?
It's just a cluster, a zygote developing into a baby eventually.
The word fetus, it's a Latin word, and it just means offspring. That's all it means. It just means the next generation of a being. So, but that's what a baby is also. I mean, that's what your adult, you would call your adult child someday once he's grown, hopefully if he hasn't been murdered.
Can I ask my question?
Well, I'm just like to clarify this point.
Yeah.
You would call your adult child your offspring too, but all of these terms that you might use, fetus, embryo, the one they love is zygote, which sounds like a Pokemon, but they use all these different terms, but it's all...
I identify as a Pokemon.
referring to the same being, and you were that being once. You, the person who's standing here right now.
Do any of us have a memory of being that being?
No, I mean, I don't have a memory of last Thursday, frankly. It's been a very busy week, but the lack of a memory doesn't mean that it's all right to murder me.
Well, anyways, my question is, you stress murdering babies a lot, but when it comes to murdering babies, kids, and everything in everyday shootings that keep happening, you say nothing. So I ask, why is it okay to murder babies when it's regulating women but not regulating guns?
No, I say quite a lot about that.
Queen got a hard-hitting question, though. Queen got a hard-hitting question.
That actually, I think the crime is a terrible problem, and I think it's just awful that liberals have funded and intentionally installed liberal DAs who won't prosecute violent criminals. This has led to an increase in violent crime, and it's awful. I totally oppose that. But it's not me, and it's not my side that's funding that sort of thing. Now, you say, why wouldn't I want to regulate guns? Guns are very regulated in the United States as it is, and I've yet to hear one gun control proposal that would stop any of these shooting incidents that people talk about. People focus on the sensationalized ones from the news, a school shooting or a movie theater shooting. No proposed gun control legislation of the last 30 years would have stopped any of those. And the majority of the shootings are gang-related, and they're handgun shootings. And so I'm all for cracking down on those gangs and throwing them all in the can, but it's usually the liberals telling me that we have to abolish the police and go soft on crime.
That's
and
insane,
you know, they were just failed by society.
It's like, defund the police, defund. Nah, bro. I get it, there are some bad cops, but bro, like, without cops, without the shout out to the first responders, man. Salute to the first responders all over the world, man, all over the world. It is crazy that personally I'm in Canada, but it is crazy that this was a trend. It still kind of is, like, on and off, right? That you hear defund the police. Nah, bro, what the hell are you talking about, man? Already in certain areas it's so bad you want it to be even worse. Like, what are we talking, man? I get it, there are good cops and bad cops. I get it, though, there are some bad apples, but every tree got bad apple. Like, every tree in religion, in race, in countries, in your areas, there always is gonna be a bad apple. Like, yeah, it does not mean that you completely kill the tree or you chop the tree, metaphorically speaking.
And so we can't put them in prison, and we have to abolish the prisons too. That's not me. I'm all for it. You want to get me a bill, you want to elect me to office and get a bill in front of me that will crack down on gang crime and these gangsters using handguns to kill kids, let's do it. I'd sign that in 2 seconds. But it's not up to me, unfortunately. It's up to the side that I suspect you would consider yourself to be on.
We can all see Michael's arguments and points flying right over her head. He argues like a child.
Once upon a time in Hollywood, nearly 3 hours long, Leonardo DiCaprio attended the premiere, and by the end, his date was too old for him. So, even Prince Andrew's like, come on, Leo, mate, you know.
Okay, I don't know the full thing with him, but this is what I hear. It's like once the chick age reaches a certain age, he dumps and gets a new chick.
You're nearly 50, son.
Of course, the big question at the moment globally is, should gay men be allowed to get married? And I'm a liberal. I say yes, as long as they find the right woman. I could have been gay. I failed the oral. Don't neglect the balls. There's a lesson. My girlfriend put me on the spot recently. She said, what are my 10 best features? I said, I like your optimism. 10? Wind your fucking neck in, love. I couldn't name 3, I'm still here.
All outcomes for the man, woman, and children, if they stay together in an intact family, are universally better than any other single dynamic we've ever seen.
Well, just because it's better than the
just because
other shit show doesn't mean it's optimal. It still doesn't mean that it's heaven.
Well, hang on. So, unless you can give a counter to any family dynamic that works better than the nuclear cross-generational family, then you have no leg to stand on. And so here's what I'm going to do. Tell me a family dynamic which is better than a nuclear or cross-generational family. Just give me one.
I had an intact family unit with very abusive people.
Did you say that your parents are still married?
No, they're not still married. But my biological parents never got married. My mother, when I was 3,
then
married my stepdad.
What are you talking about?
You're proving his point, girl.
You're proving my point?
She's from...
That's like a big dum-dum right there. So she's arguing like, hey, nuclear family's bad, but then it's like, she's mad about it. And she's like, my family was abusive. That means that every nuclear family is abusive. But then you come to find out that her family wasn't even, like, her parents weren't even married. Now, understand, now, let's be real. Like I said, the concept of like bad apple on every tree, it applies here too. Not every nuclear family is gonna be great, right? But generally, nuclear family is the main thing, so.
Multiple broken homes and wants to complain about the nuclear family. Make it make sense.
Now, I'm not.
What's your HUD say?
ICE.
What does that stand for?
Immigration, Customs, and Enforcement.
Whoa.
Listen. Whoa. Have a nice day.
I got you a new cam, bro.
Let's have a conversation.
That's exactly how a misbehaving child would act in this kind of situation.
Stupid piece of racist, fascist movement showed up and easy. This is what I did. Women's rights, human rights. Ashley Babbitt, she deserved to die. Tell Mickey, I hope Ashley Babbitt's getting eaten by worms. I hope she's getting eaten by worms. I hope her eyeballs are rotting out of her.
Oh man, never forget, this is what the left thinks about conservatives. We must bring our nation back to Christ. Follow for more. Oh damn.
Body dragged right to.
Say
that to this camera. I dare you. Ashley Babbitt!
Time out, time
Bro,
out.
this is just ridiculous.
Time out.
Her calling him a fascist when she's a leftist-controlled pawn is hilarious. I don't think she even knows what fascism means.
You don't care if people die! I thought this was a cult. You don't care if people die! You care about the babies? You care about the 60 million babies that have died in America? You don't care if people die! That was really aggressive.
My right ear is actually enjoying this.
You don't care if people die! That was really aggressive. You don't care if people die! You don't care about the 60 million babies! You don't care if people die! You don't care about the 60 million babies! You don't care if people die! Yeah, I do! You don't care if people die!
He got the default line, you know, in a video game, if you failed a mission, you do it again. You're gonna get the same lines, so that's what's going on here. So he's like hitting retry button over and over, and he's saying the same dialogue.
Just gonna say that over and over. You don't care if people die!
I am going to spend the next minute
no.
screaming, because that is what is going on in here. That is what the trans genocide in this country, in this city, has brought me to.
Oh damn, oh no.
Bro, these people don't know how to behave publicly. They debate their rights by screaming. It's just pathetic.
Absolutely not. Don't ever call me transphobic. Ever. You do not know me.
You're being transphobic, Karen. Now get out.
Call me transphobic.
You are transphobic. Now get out.
I want a refund.
You're not having one, dude.
They will only spend their whole life debating their pronouns and how people still identify them.
How do you feel?
That is just crazy, like over pronouns crap, man, and this and that. Damn, man, we really failed as a society, guys. Much love to everybody, man. Much love to everybody, guys. Check out this video on the screen. This recently just happened, an insane thing, man. Definitely check it out, and I'll see you right there.